Alright guys, so these are my predictions for the Overwatch League events getting ready to start here in just a couple hours. We might do some live stream of the Overwatch League. If you want to see that, it'll probably be exclusive on DLive, so be sure to go down in the description, check the links, find the DLive link, and follow if you want to see some live coverage of it. But these are some predictions that I made yesterday at the start of my stream. We stream every Tuesday and Friday, so if you like what you see, you'll know how to find me. Alright, so let's talk about something real quick, because the last video did okay, so I wanted to put up another one. We're going to be, of course, talking about the Overwatch League here for a moment. I've got some predictions on how I think this is going to turn out, and it's going to be okay. I'm a Houston Outlaws fan. I want the Outlaws to do good. I said before in the previous video that the main reason being that I'm going for them instead of like Florida Mayhem, where I'm at, is because a lot of their team is American, and I'm American. I like to watch American players, so I'm going to be rooting for the Americans any chance that I get, So I do have a small announcement to make, is that I will be going to week 6. Is it week 6? I'll be going to, come on, load up. Let's switch here. That's not right. Sorry. I was trying to, there we go. I will be going to week 6 Florida Mayhem event for the Overwatch League. So I will be there in the arena, and I will get to see Florida Mayhem hopefully lose and all of that. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. Me and my wife are gonna go. We're gonna go see the Overwatch League in person. This is kind of a test run, because when they come back in May, I'd like to go again to go see the Houston Outlaws actually play in person. I think that'll be cool. So that's pretty much my announcement. Now, let's get back to where we are today in week 3. Week 3, Houston Outlaws are first going to go up against the Houston Outlaws on Saturday, and then on which is tomorrow, and then Sunday they're going to go up against the New York Excelsior. How do I expect these two matches to turn out? Well, first, I expect that Houston Outlaws is actually going to win against Boston Uprising. I know, shocker, right? I can explain why I think that. Why is my phone just blowing the fuck up right now? There we go. And then next, I expect them to actually lose against the New York Excelsior. And I've got data for all of this. You see, I got a lot of tabs. Okay. They could end up losing to Boston Uprising. I don't think it's likely, but it is possible. And their previous performance I'm not basing any of this on previous performance, but if we were to base our predictions on previous performance, then the Houston Outlaws are fuck. Because they should have won at least the Florida Mayhem match. Justice, I don't know, I didn't look into it, but Florida Mayhem finished 20th last season. I mean, Houston Outlaws did better than 20th, so they should have won that one. I feel like they dropped the ball, though. A lot of people pointed out, like, who the fuck runs Lucio and Brig in a Overwatch League competitive match? And that's how I felt while I was watching it. So I'm gonna put it on the team dropped the ball, and I think they know that. But even if we're not basing it on that, there's still a chance that they could lose, because the mental game is getting to fuck with them. Last stream we talked about it. I said that, if you don't have any energy, if you're just sitting there like try hard and sweaty, you're never gonna fucking make it, right? And yeah, so there was that. And now, if you go look at Raucus and Muma's Twitter right now, yeah, you won the World Cup, cool. Hey, at least we didn't die from the flight, but none of us have bags. All of them are going to Baltimore. Went to bed last night, flight checked in for my trip to DC, and everything, upgraded seat, was gonna get cozy, still sick. Woke up this morning, all flight stuff's changed, upgrade missing, 7 additional hours added to the trip that only takes 3 hours. Oh, and we're flying to Baltimore now. So something happened in the logistics of getting the Outlaws to Washington. And in the midst of that, they ended up losing all their fucking luggage. So that's awful. Muma's not feeling good. Life is a nightmare. Let's go. No clothes gang. Retweeting Shane Raucus. So that's not good. that's going to fuck with them for sure, knowing that their stuff is in another state and they're going to have to wait for it to come. Even if it shows up on Sunday, it's like, you're going that long without your stuff. It kind of sucks. And what I would hate to see happen is for these guys to lose the match and then blame it on the fact that they don't have their shit. I mean, it's, you know it's going to happen if that happens. But I think they're going to win. And so, at least the Boston Uprising match. And so we talk a little bit about why here. I don't remember why I have... Oh yeah, now I do. Now I just remembered. I have it over here though. I don't know why I have it twice. Anyway, first up, let's go through the roster real quick of the Houston Outlaws. Dante, he was with the San Francisco Shock for a while. Okay, but now he's with the Outlaws. Welcome to the team. Muma has been with the Outlaws for a long time. Okay. Boink, Outlaws, long time. Raucous, Outlaws, long time. The reason why I bring that up is because, you know, those group of players, they've been playing together for a while now, right? So they've gotten used to each other. The more you play with somebody, the more comfortable you get. That's one of the benefits that I think this team has, is they're not changing out players all the fucking time. They have a core group of players that all happen to be American, and they just hang out, and you know, it works for them. Now, Hydration here has come from the Los Angeles Gladiators. Cool, no, nothing against you, man, but you're new to the team, so still trying to figure out where they fit you in, I assume. But Blase has come from the Boston Uprising and the Los Angeles Gladiators, I suppose. So were they playing at the same time? I'm just checking real quick. 2018. Where's it at? 2018. Yeah, so okay, so Hydration and Blase might have played together. That's cool to have your DPS line have some familiarity with each other. But the important part that I wanted to bring up here was that you know, Blase has been on the Boston Uprising, or at least was last year, so he knows a little bit about how the team thinks. He knows how they play. He's got that insight that could be useful when going up against them now. I don't know if the coaches are the same or whatever. Maybe that's different, and I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about, but, you know, you would think that any of the players that are still there, or any of the staff that is still there, he could have an idea of how things done and how they look at the game and all that kind of stuff. Could be really informative and could help them. And maybe it could give Blase the chance to actually pop off, you know, and do something, unlike last week. Another thing, stat that I want to point to for this is if we go to the... What am I looking at here? No, I don't need these. I just need this one. If we go to the results page... What the fuck? Page has been deleted. Why? Because I want to see it, so now it's going to get deleted? What? Here we go. Played matches versus team. If we go to Boston Outlaws, we sorted it by team name, you know, because we're smart. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. So they've won 4 games. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, they've won 4 games and lost 2 games against Boston. So what is that? That's like I can't math right now. But yeah, going 4-2 against Boston looks pretty good for you guys. Tells me that they have a history of beating them. They know what to do. They know what to expect, and they should be expected to win. I know it's different players. I know things change, but then you go over here and look at New York Excelsior. They have lost every single fucking match to New York. So I want them to win against New York, but let's be real. New York is a fucking beast of a team. Like, I know it's only the beginning of the season, but look, they're number 1 up there with Philly right now. You're like, them and Philly both only lost 1 map, and it wasn't to fucking Outlaws, okay? So, yeah, it's like the complete opposite. You want to root for the underdog, you want them to win against New York. I just don't think it's going to happen. Boston themselves not looking too hot. They didn't lose as many maps as Outlaws have lost, apparently, but they did lose 3 maps. And they lost their match, the one match that they did, or the 1 week or match that they did play. So, not looking good. Not looking good. Not looking good for Boston. So, I fully expect that the Houston Outlaws will win against the Boston Uprising, and everyone will be happy. There's a particular tweet that I'm saving because somebody was mentioning about how, like, how well the Outlaws were going to do. That someone else retweeted and was like, this tweet is going to age badly. So when they win, I'm going to go back and troll that guy a little bit. But then when they lose against the New York Excelsior, when it happens, because I'm like 90% sure it's going to happen, they're just a good fucking team all around. When it happens, I remember why I had those other pages up now. When it happens, you know, everyone's going to be like, oh, well, see, the Outlaws do suck. No, New York's fucking good. And there's nothing really you could do about that. Yeah, I want the Outlaws to win, but I don't think it's going to happen against New York. So I expect the Outlaws to go 1-1. That's my prediction for this week. We're going to be keeping an eye on what's coming up for week 6, because I am going to that match. I'm gonna pick out all the teams that I think are gonna win or lose based on all of this, like New York versus Atlanta and all these other matches. I'll have predictions for all those as we get closer, so I'll be paying attention to like New York and Boston and seeing how they're doing. But those are my predictions for week 3. Let me know down in the comments what you think about it all. And with that, we're going to get into some streaming. Alright guys, and like I said, these are my predictions for what's going to happen with the Houston Outlaws going into week 3, going into week 3 now. Hopefully I'm right. Hopefully they do well and beat Boston Uprising today. Again, if you want to see some live reaction to that, probably going to be on DLive. Links, of course, in the description. And hopefully I'm right, but we'll find out on Tuesday when I come back after I see both games. I guess technically we'll find out this weekend, right? So anyway, thanks for checking out the video. Hope you enjoy.